Hello, hello, welcome to the house of S.Lázaro. Today we're going to do a live in English. Hope everything is going well. Today is Thursday, day of the Umbanda, day of the Orisha that is called Ochosi, right? The hunter. So today we are going to do some hunting too. Okay? Let's do some hunting. Let's do some inner hunting. Let's try to hunt the truth inside of ourselves. So, today let's talk about spirituality and what is spirituality doing for us as a human being, and what are we as a person doing for spirituality, right? I don't know why. Don't ask me. I don't know why, but I'm hearing a lot of rambling. A lot of people saying, "Oh, we are not perfect. Oh, there's always room to develop. Oh, I've done this wrong, but now I'm doing right." Okay, fine. You correct yourself. Okay, fine by me. That is fine by me. But I'll get back to that. Okay, I will get back to that. Let me ask you this. Ache, mi hermana. Bendiciones, luz y progreso. Let me ask you this. What in reality are you doing in spirituality? Are you developing yourself, your abilities, your spiritual abilities? Really? Are you sure? Ache. What is your biggest, in your conception, what is your biggest spiritual ability? You want to know? Hello? Do you want to know what is my biggest spiritual ability? Yes, prayer are good. You want to know what is mine? Being humble. I need to be humble in order to develop. If you are not humble, you will not developing anything. Giving examples. If you are not humble to sit and listen and learn, you will never be good to put yourself up and teach. You need to learn before you teach, right? You need to heal yourself before you teach. You need to have a connection, a relation with spirituality before you can teach, before you can even work. Because You can be a devotee. Anyone can be a devotee. But a son of an Orisha, an initiated, is another thing. And a priest is even another thing. Right? And even a priest has lots of steps until he reached the top of the Orisha abilities and developers, right? Starting as a Yahoo is not the same as becoming a Babalao. So, what is spirituality doing for you? Because you know why? The kind of person that you are is the kind of energy that you will give to the world, give to the spirits, and is the kind of energy that will answer you. Right? Giving an example. If you, yes, cleansing your soul. If you have trying to find an example in my head. If your character makes you talk a lot and talk aggressively, you need it, that is in Ifa, it is called ofo. Ofo. The use of the word ofo. In Ifa, in Isheshelaba. Ofo, the use of the word. So, if you talk a lot and you like to trash people down with your words, sooner or later, you will have to search inside of yourself. Are your words a good example of spiritual work? Are your words proper to a spiritual worker? Right? Because if, for example, this is just an example, if your words, even being true, if your words trash down people every single time, and you say, for example, that you are from Oshun, well, are you sure you're being a good example from Oshun? Are you sure you are representing right Oshun? I never saw Oshun speaking out loud, ever. You don't have a single Odu, a single story, a single Ita. The stories about the Orishas, they have different names in different religions. So let's call it stories. I never heard, never read a single story that told me that Oshun was trying to scream with anyone, was trying to talk down anyone. Never. But you will hear a lot of stories that Oshun will protect herself. That you will see. But there's no record, from my knowledge, there's no record that shows me that Oshun is bitter and angry and trash-talking people. Never seen that. Yes, Oshun is sweet. If you ask 10 people, I think that 10 people will say Oshun is sweet. So how can you find a son or a daughter of Oshun trash talking other people? Does that make sense in front of Oshun? Is that the kind of spirituality that you are practicing? And is that the representation of Oshun that you are giving? Well, okay. That's what I have to say. Okay. I have Oshun myself. And you see me here saying the truth. I have nothing against anyone. But if the person does something that I don't agree, I will tell it. But not on an offensive way. Not talking down, not rushing down. Right? Is this the kind of spirituality that you want to use and that you want to represent? Because if you act like this is what you are attracting, right? The kind of spirits that you are attracting. You will always attract spirits that would like to trash down people. Every single time. You will not be able to develop anything else because that's what you're carrying in your heart. So, when I see people that have a very long curriculum, say they represent this, they have that, and that, and that, and that. The only question that I make to myself is, why do you have all of that and you're still the same person that entered in all of that, in all of those religions, in all of those spiritualities? Why? You entered spirituality, but spirituality didn't enter into you. Because you're still the same person. You're still the same aggressive person. You're still the same trash-talking person that you were at the beginning. So you have a lot of knowledge. You know a lot of things. But you don't understand a single one. Because you're still trash-talking all the people. You're still the same big-mouth aggressive person that you were at the beginning. So, what are you doing for spirituality? Because you're not even doing something for yourself. Why are you practicing spirituality? To say what? To say that you have a godson. To say that you have a goddaughter. To say that you are Superman in Orisha world or in Loa world or whatever. You want what? A statue for yourself. The best practitioner ever. Is that it? You want fame? Okay, you got it. You got it. Now what? You want people clapping you on internet, on social media. Okay, you can have that. It is not hard to get that. But for what? You want to to earn money on consultations. Okay, you can get that. But for what? What in reality are you doing for spirituality? Because it seems to me that for this kind of people, spirituality is not doing anything for them. Because they are not changing inside. They are not becoming the best version of themselves. They are using spirituality as a business. And spirituality is not a business. This is not a company that you hire. Oh, I'm going to hire this Loa because it is stronger. I'm going to hire this Orisha because it is better. This is not a company. Right? This is not a company. First of all, you don't need to be made in orishas that don't belong to you. You don't need it. Because if you use your energies properly, your life will be balanced. God is not stupid. Do you understand me? God is not stupid. God didn't give you your spiritual frame in order for you to change it because you don't like it. Oh, I want to have lots of money, lots of love, lots of wealth. Let me make Oshun. Why? If you had to have Oshun, God would give it to you, not man. Do you understand this? You don't need to make nothing. God made you. So you need to develop what God gave you. Not what people say you need. Not what people say that is best for you. You need to develop what you have. What you already have. Because it is yours. No one has it. No one has it like you. You are a unique version of yourself. There's no one like you. So if you use everything that you got inside properly, you will be amazing. Because that's what God wants from you. Wants for you to be amazing. You don't need some motherfucker to come to your life and tell you, you need Oshun to be rich. Why? Are you supposed to be rich? What does it mean to be rich? Money? Fame? Social media? Is that it? Is that all we have right now? 2021? Is that it? Social media, fame and money? Wow. We are so poor, aren't we? If that's all we have, well, I prefer to be poor. Because I see a lot of people trying to be what they are not. You, inside your heart, you know who you are. You know who you are. Inside your heart, I can put you 100 orishas in front of you. But there's only a few that will make your heart jump faster. That's only a bunch of them, because you can have more than one. In Umbanda, you can have one in front, in the back, side and side. So you can have 4. That's why I'm saying more than one. If I put you 100 in front of you, 1,000, there's only 4 that are going to make your heart jump faster. not 100. So you know in your heart that Orisha is inside of you. You know it, like I know it. If I put you 100 Loas in front of you, you know the energy that is going to make your heart beat faster. You know it. So don't allow anyone to tell you, you need to be rich, you need Oshun. You want to be a mother, you need Yemaya. You want power, you need Shango. Why? What kind of power do you really need? Who the fuck are you? Because when you find out who the fuck you are, you know, I carry this, 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 and this. What has God planned for me with these Orishas? What has God planned for me with these Loas? What has God planned for me with this spiritual frame? Because you have a spiritual frame. Everyone has it. You don't need to make an extreme makeover like people do on houses or on cars. You don't need that. That's fake. You are not wiser than God. No one, no motherfucker is wiser than God. So, how do you want to replace God in your life? God has given you a spiritual frame. Use it. Fucking use it. Put it to place. Put it to work. Align yourself with your spiritual frame. Don't go around searching for every motherfucker to change your life. Only you can change your life. If you can go and find knowledge, yes. That's a real quest for knowledge. That's what you should do. Knowledge. You should search for knowledge. That makes you a better person. Okay? Well prepared. That makes you a person with more skills, more developed skills. But you already have everything that you need inside of you. No one is stronger and wiser than God. So if you have a spiritual frame, that's what you should work on. Let's imagine you have Yemaya. Good. Learn everything that you can about Yemaya. Everything that is good and everything that is bad. Because Yemaya, it can be an Orisha, but it's not a saint. Not in the meaning of having no faults, you know. Even an Orisha has faults, has this is not what I want to say, a negative side and a positive side. Ire and Osogbo, right? If you're dealing with an Orisha, you must know that an Orisha has a positive side and a negative side. Learn everything that you can about your Orisha, about your Loa, whoever that is. Don't care who it is. It cares if it is yours. If you are able to represent it. What the fuck do I mean by this? Let me give you an example. Yemaya, mother of all heads, right? So Yemaya has a very strong tendency to be mother, to develop motherhood, right? But if you put it on the wrong side, on a sobo, you can be a very lousy mother, right? But that's not Yemaya. That is using the Yemaya energy on Osobo. Completely different. Yemaya is not a bad mother. On the contrary, right? She took Obalwaye. Obalwaye is not son of Yemaya. He's son of Nana. But Yemaya took him and raised him as his own son. Right? So, what do you have to know? Everything about motherhood. Everything in Ire, in the positive side, about motherhood. So you can represent properly Yemaya. And everything in Osogbo, in the negative side, so you will never fail to Yemaya. Do you need to have more Orishas? No. If you represent well Yemaya, you are doing the best that you can. You will be living the best life that you can. Because you are being honest to your Orisha. Honest to your spiritual flame. Not for whatever some motherfucker invented in your life. And yes, you can be rich with Yemaya. There's no greater richness, for example, in Yoruba culture, than to be to have lots of family, lots of kids, fertile. That's your richness right there. You don't need money. You have your sons to represent you, and you yourself to represent Yemaya. No one is wiser than God. So God gave you Yemaya. Represent it. Respect it. Honor it. Right? And another thing, you are not obliged to take shit from other persons, right? That doesn't make you angry. That doesn't make you a rebel. That doesn't make you aggressive. That makes you having standards, having ground. You will not cross this line. And if you cross it, you will have to pay for it. That's what it means. So I see a lot of people. Oh, Mr. Hugo is aggressive. Am I? Or am I only the guy that told you, you will not cross this line? Ever. And if you cross it, you must apologize for it. Or I will never treat you the same way again because you crossed the line. Am I aggressive? And another thing, if you cross the line with someone, even if it doesn't matter to you, it matters for that person because that person told you you will not cross this line. So your responsibility is to go to that person and apologize. Don't be going crowning whatever Orisha, representing whatever Loa, changing your life, being a therapist, being an angel, being a saint with a ring on top of your head. That means shit if you are not humble enough to go to a person that has standards, personal standards, and go and say, I've crossed your line, I am sorry. If you are not humble enough to say you're sorry for something that you did, you're not doing anything on spirituality. Do you understand me? Because that means shit. No one will get to the top having a sin, even if it's just a single one. No one. No one will be able to get to the top and to talk with God if you have a sin. Even if it is just one sin, it still makes you a sinner. One single sin still makes you a sinner. So deal with it. Fucking deal with it. You've crossed the line with someone. Go. Ask to be I'm sorry. Say, I'm sorry. I apologize. And go on with your way. But until you say it, no one can give you an apology. No one can give you a pass if you don't ask for it. Right? Not even God. Because God will not forgive you for anything that you've done for me. The one that has to forgive you is me, not God. God will not forget your sins. God will forget your sins with Him, not with me. Right? And if you are wrong with me, you must ask me for apology, not God. What the fuck has God to do with it? What God has to do with it? So, I'm not saying that I need people to apologize to me. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in a general way. You know? Because people think, oh, I'm good with God. Fuck you, go. Really? I'm using myself as an example. Really? No. One single sin makes you a sinner. So if you want to enter into the land of God, you need to ask for forgiveness for everything that you've done. And you need to make amends with everything that you've done, not with God. God has nothing to do with that. Change yourself in order to be worthy to go in front of God. Make yourself worthy to represent your own Orisha, your own Loa, your own spiritual court. If you don't even represent your fucking spiritual court, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Consultations, earning money? If you have one sin, you will be accountable for it. And that one single sin can turn to be your downfall. Because sometimes all you have to do is say you're sorry. If you're not humble enough, I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry for you. Not for me, I'm sorry for you. So people need to enter spirituality knowing what the fuck they are doing. This is not just read a book, get initiated on something, having a spiritual cord, but not liking the spiritual cord. So I think I'll go and add some shit to this, some flavor, some adobo. Spiritual cord is not food. You cannot adobo on spiritual cord. You know, you cannot put adobo. Tú no puedes adobar tu cuadro espiritual. Tú no lo puedes hacer porque tu cuadro espiritual no necesita de adobo. Entonces, all you have to do is to really know your spiritual core and represent it properly. After that, everything will go well. Because yes, some spirits can come to you on your path or through your life. Some spirits can be added by themselves to you. You cannot buy saints, orishas, loas. You cannot buy spirituality, you know. Tú no te puedes comprar un muerto, un santo, un orisha o un loa. No te puede. It doesn't work that way. So, respect yourself. Respect God's work. Because your spiritual frame is God's work. It is meant to be perfect. You don't have all the pieces, work for it. Work with the ones you got in order to deserve to have another pieces added to your puzzle. Because you have some pieces. God has a plan for you. God has a plan for you. So, if you are not listening to God